friends, welcome to your channel Noiseless Investment. So the result of Goodyear India has been published, and now we look into the fundamental analysis of Goodyear, whether we should invest in Goodyear or we should not, and whether the company is paying any dividends or no, and only on the basis of the dividends shall we invest, or we should not, we should refrain from investing in this company. So let's look into the fundamentals. The ROC is 18%, ROC for 3 years is 17.4, ROC for 5 years is 19.5, ROC for 10 years is 24.2. So whatever ROC that was 3 years back, how exactly the management was utilizing its fund, so that is well above the 3 years mark. Similarly, for ROE has increased in comparison to the last 3 years ROE, but it is reduced in comparison to the ROE 10 years. So your money, whatever money you have invested in Goodyear, so the management is not taking that good care of your money. Okay, now if we look into the promoters holding is 74%, which is well above the 50% mark. The FII's holding is 1.02%, and they have reduced their holding by 0.04%. DII's holding is 7.32%, and the change in DII's holding is 0.9%. So they have increased their stake. Now if we look into the sales growth, it's 19.4%, which is good in comparison to the previous quarter sales, and the profit growth is minus 17.2, which is not good in this company. So if we look into the CAGR for profit growth, it is well below the mark. And if we look into the pledge percentage, there is no pledge percentage. The EPS for this Goodyear for this year, it was 46.2. Last year it was 44.6. So the EPS has also increased. So your money is working. I mean, each of your shares, if you are holding it in your demat account, they are actually creating some money for you. Now if we look into the operating margin, so the operating margin is 6.38%. Previous quarter it was 6%. The latest quarter was 6.37%, which is good. But last year the operating profit margin was 7.6%. In comparison to the last year's operating profit margin, the margin is a bit less. So dividend, so price to earning ratio is 27.3, so it is very slightly above the industry PE, but that is okay. Now if we look into the PEG ratio, it is minus 6.58. And if you look into the intrinsic value, the very interesting fact is 638. So here the price of Goodyear is the current CMP is 1265. It is very costly in comparison to the intrinsic value. So what I suggest is I'll refrain from putting my money into this stock, but do consider your financial advisors once if you are actually willing to put your money here for investment purposes. Now if we look into the results of so they have declared a dividend of 26.5. This dividend amount will be given to you by August 2nd, and this August 2nd, if you are holding it in your demat account by 26th of July, then you will be getting a dividend of 26%. Okay, thanks.